Good morning, children. Welcome to the online class. How are you, children? Children, in today's class, we are going to discuss the concept named boiling. Boiling. You know very well, you use it to boil the water, especially at the winter mornings, to take the hot bath. So, children, while you are boiling the water, you can observe after certain time you'll see lot of bubbling occurs at the surface of the water. Okay, children, you may think that due to the heat the boiling and the bubbles are observing at the surface of the water. Yes, it's correct, but children, the bubbles are formed to vacate the air pressure which is filled in that bubble to the outside temperature. Means whatever the bubble have gases in it, to release into the atmosphere, they are coming from the bottom of the vessel to the surface of the water, and they are collapsing at the surface of the water. So after some time you will see there is a decrease in the water level. Yes or no, children? If you continuously heat it, there is a decrease in the water level. Why there is a decrease in the water level? Because continuously all the bubbles are releasing their gases into the atmosphere. So definitely there will be a decrease in the level of water. So in today's class we'll discuss how boiling is happens in the water, not only in water, children, and in other liquids too. First of all, you should know that definition of the boiling, children. Boiling is the process, children. It is a process. Boiling is the process in which the liquid phase changes into gaseous phase at a constant temperature. So children, boiling is a process. Yes, it's a process in which the liquid phase changes into gaseous phase. All the process is nothing but entire liquid turns into gaseous phase, from water to gaseous, children. From water means nothing, liquid phase to gaseous phase at a constant temperature. The change of liquid phase to gaseous phase happens at the constant temperature, only at the fixed temperature, children. In the previous concept, evaporation, we discussed that water will be evaporated at any temperature. It may be 20 degrees, 35 degrees, 40 degrees, any kind of temperature. But coming to the boiling, children, it requires a constant temperature to convert the liquid phase into gaseous phase. That is nothing but 100 degrees Celsius. Boiling point, nothing but BP of water. Boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. If the water attains 100 degrees Celsius, then only liquid phase converts into gaseous phase happens, children. And at the same time, you will see the bubbles. You will see the lot of bubbling at the surface of the water level. Understand, children? So right now I will take a tumbler. This tumbler is filled with water, and I am boiling, children. On a burner I am boiling. So this is heat supplying to the water in the beaker. So children, you have to take a laboratory thermometer, not clinical thermometer, laboratory thermometer, children, to measure the temperature of water for every 2 minutes. So children, you start supplying of heat to the water. For every 2 minutes, you check the temperature of the water, whether the temperature rises or not. To observe that, you should use the thermometer. You can also use your hand by noticing how much heat it attained, but it will be difficult after certain temperature. If it comes to 50, like 45 degrees, your hands may get heated with the water. So you want to use that laboratory thermometer to check the measurement, to check the temperature of water. So children, the water temperature rises continuously up to 100 degrees Celsius. Up to 100 degrees Celsius, the water temperature rises. Before that, children, every object has its own individual temperature. You have one temperature and my body has one temperature. It differs from person to person, and all the objects in this universe also has their own individual temperature. Before heating of water, water too has its own temperature. We think 20 degrees as the temperature of water. Then when we are supplying heat to that water, from 20 onwards it start rises, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, like that, up to 100 degrees Celsius. After reaching 100 degrees Celsius, if even you given a lot of heat energy also, it never perceives. Why? Because it attained constant temperature, that is 100. After 100, if you bring a big burner and if you keep that water also, it never takes the heat energy. Heat energy is waste. If you provide continuously, the heat energy is waste because it never takes, because the water has attained its boiling point 100 degrees Celsius. At this 100 degrees Celsius, you observe a lot of bubbling, children. Yes or no? There is a jiggling of bubbling. Bubbles will come from the bottom of the liquid to the surface of the liquid, and they burst at the surface, releases vapors into the air. So like that, slowly the water level decreases. We start supplying heat, but it never takes 101, 102, 103 degrees Celsius. It is the constant temperature, children. Even though if you provide sun, if you bring the sun and if you keep under the tumbler also, it never receives that heat energy because it attains the constant temperature as 100 degrees Celsius. So boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Right now, only one difference between evaporation and boiling. In evaporation, the heating takes place, the evaporation takes place at any temperature. But in boiling concept, it takes place only 100 degrees Celsius. At the 100 degrees Celsius only, liquid phase to gaseous phase, it changes. But in evaporation, at 20 degrees, it may convert from liquid to gaseous, 30, 40, at any temperature. In the definition itself, I provided the evaporation. Okay, children. So right now, the only thing you want to observe is how the bubbling happens in the hot water. So children, we'll see that also. You know, water is a solution. Water is a solution, yes, because in that both solute and solvent partners are there. What is this, sir? Solute, solvent? I am not getting. Okay, children, best example I will give. You know, you have drank rasna. You know rasna. If any functions happen, they'll provide you rasna as a drink. So here I am taking a glass full of water. Okay, I am taking a glass full of water. This water is right now a solvent. Children. What is solvent, sir? Solvent is nothing but which makes the objects to dissolve in it. Which makes the objects to dissolve in it. That is solvent. Okay, to prepare rasna, definitely we need rasna powder. So I am keeping rasna powder in it. So this is all rasna powder. And when I kept the rasna powder into it, it changes to the orange color. You know that. Why here only to orange it changed? Because children, solvent means, I already said that it has the ability to dissolve other objects into it, so that the water make Rasna to dissolve in it. Come Rasna, come and dissolve in me. Like that, the entire water became into orange color. And we have to keep sugar, sugar particles. If you keep sugar and if you mix it, what will happen? All the sugar particles also dissolve in it water. So children, here Rasna plus sugar act as a solute particles. Solute. Water is solvent. Okay children, water is solvent because water makes the Rasna and sugar to dissolve in it. Solute means the particles which dissolve in the water. Okay, solvent means which makes the particle to dissolve in it. So you understand right now, entire this is called solution. The Rasna drink is called a solution because it contains both solvent and solute. Understand children? Like that, water is also a solution, children. Understand? So right now you will say that solvent, again you are saying that as a solution because water has a number of gases present in it. If there is no oxygen gas, how the fishes breathe? How fishes breathe in the seas and oceans and rivers? Because of a number of gases present in the water. Hydrogen gas, next oxygen gas, nitrogen gas. There are number of gases dissolved in the water. We cannot visualize it. Understand? And along to that, there are number of minerals also present in the water. So water, we can consider it as a solution. Okay children. Next we want to know solubility. I already said solute or solubility same. Which dissolves in the water is called solubility or solute. So children, this is a big tumbler and the water is here. So when you supply the heat energy, children, already I said that water has gases in it. So all the gases present in the water turns into bubbles, children. Turns into bubble. When you start supplying heat energy to the water, all the gases which are present in the water turns into the bubbles. At the bottom, at the walls of the tumbler, they turns into bubbles, children. Understand? Then children, while you are supplying heat energy in that water, water molecules are also there, children. Water molecules. So all these water molecules are also combined with these bubbles, and these water molecules slowly convert into the vapor form. Okay children, water molecules are converted into the vapor form because you are giving the heat energy. When you give the heat energy, it changes from liquid phase to gaseous phase now. So all water molecules in the form of vapor, they will be present inside the bubble, children. Suppose this is the bubble, gas bubble. Inside the gas bubble, vapor will be present. This vapor is nothing but the water molecule. Water molecule converted into the vapor form. And all these bubbles are filled with the vapor. Okay children, all the bubbles which are present in the water are getting and having a pressure, of vapor in it, children. Then when you supply more and more heat energy, all the bubbles will rise from the bottom and come to the surface of the water, and they collapse and they burst and they release the air, means nothing but vapor present in that into the air, children. So okay children, like that it releases vapors into the air. If the process is going on like this is what we call as boiling, children. Understand? In the next class we continue this concept. It is not finished. We continue in the next class. Thank you.